Hey y'all, welcome to another video by Fabo Cobble Garage. In today's video, we're going to be showing you how to reseal a leaky back glass on a Ford Ranger. This is a 99, but this pretty much every body style in this from like 93 till like 2010, they're the same. This is also the same rule applies to like the 97 to 03 F-150s. It's the same deal. We went ahead and already got the back glass out on this one, and you can see these are just held in by butyl tape and with bolts, but you can see where the old butyl tape was, where it's completely missing this area and it's all dirty. That's where we were having our leak from. But anyway, so this is how you're gonna take it out. Sorry for the mess. So all across here on the inside of your back glass, there behind this, there's going to be bolts. So there's a hole there. There's going to be 1, 2, 3 right there, and then the same 3 up top in the same spots, and then 1 on the side. So there's a total 8 of them. They're a 9mm nut. You'll just loosen them up and take them off, and then when you go to take it out, all you got to do is, I recommend having 2 people doing this. If you have suction cups, it works way better, but you can do it without them. You don't have to worry about that. But I'd recommend having 2 people, 1 person in the back just holding the glass, making sure it doesn't completely fly out. But then another person on the inside just gently pushing, and you're going to want to push all, I recommend the top first. Just kind of push in the very corner right next to the edge of the pinch weld all the way around, and just slowly apply pressure and feel it like break free. Even though this butyl tape is 20 years old or older, it's still sticky, so it still holds except for in the part where it failed here. So what you'll do is you'll just push it, and then have the other person catch it and push it all the way out. Now, like I said, we already cleaned up at least the butyl tape off the truck. We still need to, all this dirt and junk here, we still need to clean that, which you can just use just some soapy water. And then for your back glass, where that butyl tape goes is all across here and across this track, and you'll see your old stuff, and here's some right here that I haven't cleaned up that'll show you how to clean all this stuff right here. Now, I'm not exactly sure where you can get rolls of butyl tape, but I work for a glass shop, so we just have them. And then also some primer. I'm not sure where you could get that either, but I know that's what we use. But if you do get it, that's all you need is a 9mm wrench, some butyl tape, and primer. Now what you'll do is, for the back glass and for your on your truck, you'll take just a little bit, about 1 inch or 2 of your new butyl tape, and you'll kind of ball it up, and you'll just go just like this, where you'll just stick it to it and pull away real quick, and it'll start pulling it away. Now on your original butyl tape, there's actually some foam in there. You're going to want to pull all that foam out. Your new butyl tape won't have it because you really don't need it. Honestly, in my opinion, the foam tends to cause failures, which, I mean, it still lasts 20 years, but your foam will start to cause failures a little bit sooner because the foam will shrink over time, as you can tell in those corners that happen. Because this butyl tape, like I said, it's 20 years old and it's still sticky. So what you'll do is just on your truck and on the glass, you'll just do that, get it completely clean that, and then you'll take your primer, and like I said, I'm not sure where you can get it because we just get it from our supplier, and you'll run it on here where your butyl tape was, and you'll run it on the truck where it was there, and then you'll just run your butyl tape. And what I recommend on some vehicles, I think on some of the Fords, they actually have a little spot where you can see where they make it to where you start and stop the butyl tape for a good finish. But usually I recommend doing it at the bottom, because if water were to ever try to get in from that that point, it would have to go up, and water isn't going to go up. If it does, you've got a lot more problems. But yeah, so we'll get this cleaned up real quick, and then we'll show the after product. As you saw, we went ahead and cleaned up the glass, and it's all clean. I got most of that dirt, so we don't have to worry about cleaning that, but all this dirt here we're definitely going to want to clean. So this is just some all-purpose cleaner. You can use dish soap or glass cleaner or whatever you have. So we're just going to clean it up real quick. You want to be careful, because in this pinch weld, like right there, there's little burrs. They don't feel very good when you run your finger across them. So we're just going to get this nice and clean. Now some of that, you can still see some of that butyl is left, but all that really minute stuff, it isn't going to hurt anything. Now if there's like big chunks, then yeah, you'll want to get that stuff, but just the little outlines, it's not a problem. So we'll just clean this up real quick. And the good thing is, this is really easy to do, and you don't really have to have a whole lot of knowledge about doing glass. It's pretty simple. If you can change a part, then you can do this. Like I said, the only thing is I don't know exactly where you can get butyl tape or the primer. Now you could probably go to your local glass shop and ask them if you could buy a roll, because I can guarantee you you can probably do it a lot cheaper on your own than paying them to do it. So next we're going to take our primer. This is Beta Prime 5504G all-in-one primer for industrial use only. Like I said, I don't know where you could get this or what. All I know is it's what we use. We use this for both urethane and for this. You just want to be super careful, because it's really hard to get this stuff off of if you get it on something. If you get those Gojo and the gray tub, those mechanic rags, that's about the only thing that we've found that can get rid of this stuff on places you don't want it. But all you're gonna do is just take a dauber or whatever, just run it all the way across where you can tell the old butyl tape was.
Does it have to be that specific instrument thing you got?
It doesn't have to be this. It's really easy to use this. It fits right in the little can, and you can just spread it. Now you could probably use paper towel or cotton ball on a stick or something. But
Cotton ball on a stick.
Well, I mean, this is all this is a cotton ball on a stick.
Yeah, I know,
really.
it just sounded more funny.
But yeah, so it's pretty much all you have to do. Then we're gonna go to the glass. Like I said, you want to be really careful with this stuff. It does come off your hands like over time, but
Do you tell them a different way?
Usually just a mechanic rag, that's about it. Now if it gets on your hands, it doesn't stick to your skin as well as it sticks to other stuff. So you can, if you spend enough time, you can probably get it off your hands with just some soap and water, but like I said, it'll take a while. But you'll just follow the little path that butyl tape was in, all the way around. I've also heard of people breaking these studs off and just urethaning it in, which you can do, but I feel like this is just a much easier solution. Not only is it the correct solution, at least from a factory sense, but it's just the easiest because you don't need a urethane gun or anything like that. And as you can tell, this bed is a mess, so I'm gonna just set this over here. All right, so then you'll take your butyl tape. I'm gonna hop over here. And like I said, your best place you want to start any kind of joint is at the bottom, because if your joint isn't 100% perfect, if it does have like a gap where it could possibly leak, since it's at the bottom, water falls down, not up, so you shouldn't have any issue. Now this butyl tape is a little bit bigger than factory. This is, I think, 3/8. Usually you'd probably put 1/4, but with this 3/8, it's a little bit harder to put in, just a little bit, because of the studs. As you can see, they still stick out past the butyl tape, but it also helps close any gaps, any imperfections in the pinch weld. But yeah, you're just gonna slowly go around and peel it loose. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, just close enough. And good rule of thumb, like I said, whenever you're messing with butyl tape, just like I was showing you how you take this stuff off of like your skin or a vehicle or the pinch weld or anything you get it on, take it off by like touching it to itself and pulling it really fast. This butyl tape acts a lot like the silly putty you get from those little eggs from the grocery store. If you pull it real slow, it stretches out really far and really thin, but if you just pull it really quick, it stays together. So if you go to touch it and you don't want it to stick to you, just kind of barely touch it for a quick second. And like I'm about to take it off at this end point, just want to try to pull it as fast as you can to get it to break. And another thing is if you get this butyl tape, like I said, it is very sticky and it'll stay sticky for a long time. And also, I guess also a side note is whenever you're using your ball of butyl tape to take it off the glass and take it off of everything, if it gets dirty, you can just kind of mold it around and you'll find some fresh sticky side. But whenever you have your roll, you want to make sure to keep it covered until you're about to use it, to keep it as sticky as possible. Because yes, you can make it sticky again, but when it's in the I guess the tube form, or however you want to say it, it's kind of hard to make it sticky and fresh again, because you want to keep it in this form. So all we're gonna do, we got it all on there nice, just kind of in a couple of spots just to make sure it's on there all good. You're just gonna take your back glass, kind of fall over, and you're just gonna kind of set it in there, line it up with the holes. Can you hold this? Can you hold this? All right. And you want to just make sure that you got all the bolts lined up before you completely press it down. So I'm gonna go inside and check. That's lined up. So we got all our bolts lined up. Now you can tell it's kind of far away, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the nuts back in and just slowly, all the way around, just slowly tighten them to get it to suck in, and while at the same time pushing it in just to get a nice good seal. And then pretty much at that point you're done. I know I didn't mention it, but whenever, at least for this primer, when you're applying it, you don't really have to wait for it to dry. It dries really quick. Now, if you get a different kind or whatever, then you want to make sure to check what time it needs. But besides that, this is a pretty quick and easy job. We did this while making the video in like 30 to 45 minutes, and that's just taking our time, just talking about what we're doing and everything. So it's not too bad. So we'll get this finished up, and then it'll be ready to go. And if this was any help or you like the video, drop a like. And if you have any questions or concerns or anything, leave a comment. And if you like the channel, subscribe and hit the notification bell, and check out the other videos while you're at it. And we will see y'all in the next one.